Certified Forest National Park is best known for its Triassic treasures, but it's also a living park with many different species of animals and plants. And the plants provide a seasonal wonder of wildflowers. The growing season actually goes from the end of winter, early spring, all the way through into the fall. And during this time, the cast of characters basically changes. One of my very favorites that we see usually first bloom in February or March is this weird little plant called Biscuit Root. It actually belongs to the carrot family. It's a very low-growing plant with frilly, pale, felty leaves, and this wonderful, kind of fluffy bunch of purple flowers. You would find that it has a fairly large taproot. This is why it's called biscuit root. It's nice and starchy, and it was something that animals and humans have used over the centuries for food. Early spring, we also see rosettes of wavy leaves that belong to scorpion weed, or also known as phacelia. It takes a while for their strong stems to raise up, but they'll eventually come up and curl like a scorpion's tail, revealing bell-shaped purple flowers. They're actually related to borage and to bluebells. Spring is well known for its wind, and unfortunately that means that things can come flying from all over the place, including trash. But sometimes you'll see a whole hillside that looks like a Kleenex box exploded. They're actually primroses. The primroses are bright white, four-petaled, large flowers. They are disproportionate to the little rosette leaves that they sit upon. And if you get close up to them, you'll notice there might be some little companions, flowers from the day before that have already crumpled up and turned pink. Each flower has one day, and the plant will put out a flower a day for quite some time. Another plant that catches your eye is a very fuzzy, low-growing member of the pea family. This legume is covered with a forest of fuzzy white hairs. This can protect it from the dry, desiccating winds. It can also protect it from the bright sun, but it also gives the name woolly vetch, which is actually kind of fetching, I think. But this is a toxic plant. It is loco-weed. It is dangerous for livestock, and it's not that great for humans to eat. When you walk the hills in the spring here at the park, you can often see these thick, strappy, grass-like leaves. If it's been windy, they're often laying down flat. These are the first announcements of a glorious flower that blooms here. It's the Mariposa Lily. This has 3 petals. They're egg yolk yellow with maroon crescents on the inside. They grow on a very slender stem that lifts them up above those strappy green leaves. And there can be fields of these, often on south-facing hillsides. Another flower that we'll see in the spring is Indian paintbrush. This intensely red, feathery plant is often found associated with something like sagebrush. This is due to the fact that Indian paintbrush is actually a parasite. The roots will reach down, connect up with the roots of its host plant to take water and nutrients. That's how it can survive in an often challenging environment. These are just a few of the hundreds of blooming plants that we have in the park. If you would like to learn more about them, you can always visit the park's official website and its social media sites. If you're in the park and would like to learn more, come into one of the visitor centers. We actually have a binder that has the animals and plants as well as one specific to wildflowers.